Hello, Adrian, and welcome back once again to another episode of the Dang Oracle. It's 7:30 p.m. UTC plus 8, and hope everybody is doing well on this beautiful Wednesday. We are Hump Day. It's in the middle of the week, and we are in Hump Day. Hi, everybody. Hi, Aldrich, Dennis, Alvin, Joe, Cedric, Zendor. Hi, everybody. How is everybody doing today? Hi, John. Hi, William. Hi, Tina. Ooh, everybody is here. Hi, Tong. We even have some Vietnamese fellows. Hi, Darren. Hi, Lex. Yes, welcome everybody. So before we start, let's take a look at our COVID situation so that everybody has a chance to be coming in slowly, and we always have people who are a little bit late, right? Hi, Nipsey. Hi, Alvin. Good evening. Good evening. Hi, Laxman. So we have over 1.8 million in the United States. Brazil is the most worrisome country because it seems to be going really fast on a daily basis. We are over 555,000 now in Brazil. So let's take a look on how it looks on the chart. Emmanuel, you will get a beautiful ban. That's what you're gonna get. 1 second. Just wait a little moment, and then thou shall be banned. Ha. Block and there. Thank you for the spam, and goodbye. All right. So we are at close to 6.4 million cases. US is doing badly again, and I think most of the reason for that is, of course, the reopening of the economy. But if you are up, you can clearly see very high. Brazil obviously still not doing well. Russia not doing well as well, but European countries seems to be slowing down. It's like UK, Spain, and Italy. It does seem to be slowing down. So maybe lockdown is not that bad. Hi, Gita. Max precision. Well, there's only so much you can do, but yeah, it's sometimes it works out. Sometimes cryptocurrency, sometimes technical analysis does work out. So let's go into our Bitcoin chart immediately, because that's pretty much, well, no, before I do that, let's go to our NASDAQ first. Let's take a look at our NASDAQ, and this is NASDAQ, and as you can see, we just keep pumping. It's already at 9,700 area or something like that. There's nothing wrong with the economy, guys. We just keep pumping up towards the top, all the way onto the top. Okay, so if to be honest, if Nasdaq keeps on going up, I mean, I don't see any issues at all. Ascending, broadening on the 4-hour. Yes, we can go over that in a while, but I just wanted to go over a little bit what happened yesterday, because I think that's quite interesting what happened yesterday, right? So yesterday, well, this one is pure luck, to be honest. I think I made one of the biggest amounts, well, definitely for this month, the biggest amounts I've made in terms of revenues, because I was in a short from 9.4k, 10.4k, not 9.4k. Ooh, that wouldn't be good. But 10.4k, I was in a short, as you know, from 10.4k, and I was actually going to be expecting to take profit already, like, you know, in this box here, like I was telling you yesterday. I didn't expect that it was gonna go that quickly. But then, of course, that gigantic red candle went down, and that went down, and then I just took profit here basically on my second box, which is around 9.4k. So I had like $1,000 short spread yesterday. So I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, I mean, I don't think my month can be can start any better for this month of June. That wasn't crazy. I did not make it all the way down towards this green box. I did not make it all the way down. Sadly enough, I really didn't expect it to be going all the way down. But like I also mentioned in the in the yesterday's episode, if we would be breaking these two beautiful two candles here at the 9.3k area, most likely we would be spiking all the way back down, like I said, towards the 8.8 to 8.6k area, which is this green box here. So that's what I mean with putting up very nice green boxes. And as you can see, yesterday I told you guys that this green box is now our sorry, our new green box. And as you can see, price went back up and currently is bouncing off and holding this position right now. And it's bouncing off right now. Now, do I think that that we are going to the moon back again after such a capitulation? I don't really think so. But do I really think that we are going to be crashing immediately as well? That one I'm not so sure as well. So right now I'm not in a position or anything at all. I was contemplating to long from this position here, from this green box here, to long it. But too many conflicting indicators right now, and we will be going over it in a while. So that made me just basically very scared. And since I'm a little chicken, and when I am not very sure, or I feel like, you know, my edge is on the small side, I just don't take a position. That's just basically how you cannot be in a position all the time. You know, there's no need to be in a position and putting yourself at risk all the time as well. So I'm not in a position right now. Do I think that we have enough momentum and strength to be spiking up one more time towards the 9.8k? Yes, but it can easily also be breaking down very shortly because of several weaknesses that we are currently spotting as well in the market. But right now, I still do think that we'll most likely be, in the short term, be spiking up one more time towards this 9.8k area, or this this green box up here. But you know, I'm not really 100% confident. That's the reason. So when you're not 100% confident, or you're not that confident where you don't feel you have an edge, please don't put yourself out there in a trade or something like that. Just wait it out, and like I said, just let the market show you or indicate you what the better, you know, what the better positions will be. So right now it's more analyzing and more checking everything. Yes, Nikolai, that is correct. So if you were looking at other charts, we basically went down to this area, to this second green. I closed it at around 9,400, something like that. So I had like $1,000 spread on my short. So that was pretty crazy. That was really pretty. I didn't expect it. Like I said, I didn't expect it at all. But you know, I was in a short, so sometimes things work out. But you also have to understand, and then we it was like one of the first time that we are hitting some really crazy areas at like 10.4 or 10.5k. That was really you know, you kind of have to expect that we would get a pullback. And like I said, even during bull markets, that's what Bitcoin does. It always makes these bullish retracements of like 30 to 40%, but that's also what gives Bitcoin such opportunity as well, right? So you can't like look at it as just negative as well, positive. So yeah, that's basically what we're looking at. So let's take a look on the 4-hour chart. This is what the 4-hour chart looks right now. We are currently on the 4-hour chart. Oh yeah, on the daily chart we can still see that we still managed to close up above the EMA 21, but on the 4-hour chart we can see that we are currently trending below the EMA 21. So oh yeah, Cedric, very good point about Hearst. Also, let's take a look at Hearst. And I wanted to show you guys how amazing that the Hearst cycles actually indicated us where we would most likely would have like a bounce or something like that. So yesterday I went over the numbers and I've showed you guys, but I'm gonna do it again for the people who didn't see it yesterday, and I'll show you how beautiful it is, right? So let's go back in time, because in TradingView, yes, you can go back in time. So let's not look at this candle, of course, because yesterday we're gonna do one more candle. Poof. Okay, so this is what the situation was yesterday, and as you can see, let's take a look here, right? Let's take a it's such a beautiful thing, right? Okay, so we had our first cycle top, as you can see here, at 9,876. That was our first short cycle top. So that's what I expected price actually to be dropped. I told you it was kind of expected that we would going to have a drop down. Where would be possible areas? 9,876, which is, as you can see, this first green block here, and then the second area was here, our short-term median, 9,335. And 9,335 is basically this green box here, and that's what basically where my profit taking positions were, if you were listening to my stream yesterday. And that's the reason why I closed my position immediately around this 9.4k area, 9.350 area, this green box here, because of this Hearst indicator, what the cycles, what we're saying. And if we look down more, we can also see that it was telling us that at 8,795 that was the short cycle bottom. So so in extreme cases we would possibly be able to go all the way down to 8.8k, and that's sort of what Bitcoin did, right? See, if you can see here, that's basically what Bitcoin did. So once again, the Hearst cycles giving us very, very good idea of ranges or areas where we can exit, or can expect price to be going towards, right? So once again, thank you, Mr. Hearst. That was pretty cool. So yeah, this is what we are at right now. And now, as you can see, we can see our cycles once again. It's the median is right now at 9,536. So if we are holding this median, most likely we can go towards the cycle top once again. And where's the cycle top in the short term? At 10,198, right? So we could be easily going back up towards 10.2k if we keep holding the median, right? If we keep closing price above 9,536, we will float towards the 10k once again. But if we break down and if we close below the median candles, then our bottom would be here at 8,900 area, somewhere around 8,900 area. And that's quite interesting, or very important to notice, because if we do break down towards the 8.9k area, then we would arrive somewhere around here, right? That would be our 8.9k area-ish. And then we would be still holding our bullish formation. So what does that mean? In the macro perspective, I'm still pretty bullish, even though we had this crazy dump down, this huge candle down from like $1,500 or something like that. I'm still macro bullish, because Hearst is telling me that basically, even if we drop down to our short circle bottom, we would still be making a higher high. Sorry, not a higher high. We would be making a higher low, a higher low. So as long as we are holding this this beautiful support trend, there's very little to be concerned about on a macro perspective, right? So it's very possible that we do something like this. What Hearst is basically saying, if that we're doing something like this and then we bounce back up, or of course the 10.2k, right? So we can do something like this, and we are just holding this position right now and then go back up to like this, and then most likely retrace one more down like this. So one of those two situations is most likely what our good friend Hearst is telling us is what is gonna go, what is most likely going to happen. And for now, let's see. I'm like, you know, I'm still undecided right now. By just looking by the Her cycle, I'm still undecided. I'm still not 100% sure. Do I think in the short term that we still have enough strength to go up towards the 9.8? I do think that we still have the strength to go back up until the 9.8. The reason why is also we can clearly see that this huge wick here, that means a lot of buying power, right? That's just this candle was supposed to be like this, right? And still the wick is longer than the body, means that there's just a lot of purchasing power. So I do expect us to have a little continuation of that purchasing power, and it will most likely slowly go up towards this 9.8k. But the problem is it's very hard to as in a trader's perspective to put like stop losses or put like any type of like reasoning where we kind of are sure that we are breaking back down, and the margins are just so tight in between right now, and the price right now, and it's very hard. Tina, that's my job, Tina. So I watch charts and I do trading like 12 to 14 hours a day. That's my full-time job. So it's pretty much always there. Although you hear and you listen to me only like 1 hour a day, yes, I am pretty much occupied with this full time, aside from other work that I'm doing. But yeah, this is my main source of revenues. So if I don't make money, I cannot buy Pampers, right? So, anyways, I'm quite uncertain, but we can go over a couple of things to maybe form a more accurate decision, right? So for now, like I said, daily close still above moving average at EMA 21. As long as a daily closes above the yellow line, I can't really be bearish, right? So if I had to be in a position, I would have longed it. I was really contemplating longing from this zone, to be honest. But like I said, it's just too indecisive for me. So that's why I'm not there. Right now we are testing this yellow line on the 4 hour. Let's make this green box a little bit more on the right side. Okay, so if if we manage to be closing the next 4 hour candle above this yellow line, which is at 9,617, we are currently at 9,604, and we have like 11 minutes to go. But if we are closing above this yellow line, I'm pretty confident that we at least move up a few $100 higher towards this 9.8k area, like I've mentioned before. But like I said, it's just too dangerous for me. So I'm kind of like I'm kind of not really sure for now. If price does come back down towards 8.8 or 8.9 next month, I'm doing the same thing as you. I'm doing the same thing as you. For me, if price does come back down towards this this red line here, so let's say we do something like this, and price comes back around here, I think that's a buying opportunity, because I do think that we most likely will be heading another leg up after that. I mean, like I said, in a macro perspective, things are still looking good to be going up, but you know, always be be careful when we're saying something like that. But as long as Nasdaq and the stocks are going up, my bias is just towards the upside. The reason is, well, if the big boy is going up, it's just gonna pull the other things up as well. Like I said, I just consider Bitcoin like an altcoin of the stock market. So if the big stocks are going up, then Bitcoin is going up as well. And if Bitcoin, it's the same thing as with the altcoins. If Bitcoin is going up, then all the altcoins or the shit coins are getting pulled up as well, right? So, you know, it's the same viewpoint. So as long as Nasdaq, as I see Nasdaq rallying and going towards the top of 9.7k, then I don't think there's an issue for Bitcoin, to be honest. I don't think there's an issue. And you can also see something very, very interesting, and this is this one, right? As you can see, Nasdaq futures also made that crazy dip down. If you can see here, made that crazy dip down, a very long wick as well on the bottom side, and then it bought back up and actually made a higher high. So if Nasdaq is doing this, making a higher high, yeah, I'm pretty confident that Bitcoin is going to do pretty much the same as well. So yeah, like I said, I still expect Bitcoin to go towards 11.5 to 12k or something like that. But similar to like Nasdaq, if Nasdaq does this and it crosses, it most likely is going to make, you know, a crazy retracement towards where would I think it's going to be retracing? Most likely around here, this area here, the EMA 200. So most likely around this area here is where I think the retracement is going to go for Nasdaq. And when Nasdaq is doing that, then Bitcoin is going to do the same thing. Like I said, after we hit the 11.5k or something like that, 11.5k to around this area here. If we get to around that area here, I think it's gonna do the same thing as Nasdaq, like I said, where we do something like this, you know, slowly, back to our somewhere around there, most likely something like that. And that will still be bullish. Crazy enough, but that will still be bullish. But anyways, that's a little bit too long and too far ahead for most people. They mostly won't be caring for that far ahead or something like that. But that's what I'm really expecting when that retracement comes for Nasdaq. Then Bitcoin is gonna do that sick retracement as well, and then. But I will be looking at that as a buying opportunity, even if it goes back to like 7.5k or 7k even or something. I think that's a buying opportunity because, like I said, in the macro perspective, it's still a higher low, right? But like I said, one step at a time. We don't need to rush ourselves or anything like that. We can just take it to one green box a day, and things will be just fine. It will still be there. But I'm just telling that for people who are just so concerned that they are missing out. You know, they are FOMOing. Oh my God, Bitcoin is so expensive right now, 10,000, and then it's gonna be so expensive, but you don't have to be worried. The red lines that I'm using, it's called the VWAP. VWAP. So that's it's like the indicator that I use one of the most. So definitely install that. It's called the multi VWAP. So just put that in. Do I think it was a washout? Yeah, I mean, listen, for a lot of people will be saying that, oh, this is such manipulation or anything like that. But to be honest, when we see 80% longs and 20% shorts, of course the people will want to take that money. It's just, it's just how it is. I don't know. This is a zero-sum game. I mean, there are winners and there are losers, right? And you want to take the other person's money. So if you see that everybody is so bullish and so long and all long, then of course they're gonna push the price down where people are getting liquidated. And where was the liquidation threshold? Here. It was beautiful. And yeah, if you don't have a stop loss, if you're not in a stop loss, if you are overzealous, then you'll get screwed. But I mean, we touched a very, very critical point, right? I told you guys it was a macro change, a change of behavior, but when getting to that point, I also told you, like, there will be so much FOMO, there will be so much retail. You're like, oh, we're over 10k, we broke that 10.5k, blah 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 blah. There will be so much jumping on the bandwagon. I showed you the numbers of longs. Longs was like close to 80% long and 20% short. It would happen eventually, you know. It doesn't mean that it has to happen immediately. I didn't expect it to be happening immediately. I thought they would, pull it out a little bit longer before they did, but it happened yesterday, right? I mean, but I don't know why people are that surprised about it. That's what Bitcoin does. That's what Bitcoin does. It's just gonna be pushing the price low to get all of that liquidity and liquidate all these people. And over the past 2 days, over $250 million was liquidated. Can you imagine? $250 million. That's a lot of money. Got liquidated. So yeah. Anyways, we still have 3 minutes to go, and the reason why I'm just leaving it on this 4-hour chart right now is to see if we actually close above this yellow line, the EMA 21 or not. That's basically it in the last 3 minutes, and let's see if we get there. And yeah, Pockery Sweat is quite good. And yeah, like I said, it really looks like the bulls want that close above the EMA 21, and I do expect, like I said, my instinct was correct this time. But like I said, I don't trade on my instinct, right? If I would be trading on my instincts, I would be broke a long time ago already. I wouldn't be able to make money. I just trade technicals, and like I said, the technicals are too confusing or too low, too high risk for me right now, and then I don't take a position, even though I would have probably have made money. So yeah, let's wait it out a little bit longer. We still have 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes to go. So let's take a look at maybe at the S&P. Let's see what S&P is doing. Well, what do you know? S&P is also making all-time highs, breaking back to all-time highs. Let's take a look. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Look at that! How beautiful! How beautiful you are! Above all major moving averages. Should go up. Yeah, crazy. So how do you use the VWAP ratio? Well, the VWAPs are basically, for me, very critical support and resistance zones. So they give an easier look on how prices are forming resistance and supports. So that's the reason why I'm using. And look at that, we are at back to like 3,100 on the S&P. I mean, like I said, so. Am I really concerned about Bitcoin when the big boys are coming up? No, I'm not really concerned about it. Let's take a look once again. So this could technically be our second wave already, right? This could technically be our second wave. Our third wave is still. Then if we are going back up, our third wave is being formed right now. Then we have another small retracement, and then we finally end up somewhere around this area here, and then it's going to be very interesting. But yeah, it is looking okay right now to be making a move back up once again. Let's take a look at the here. Yeah, it's on the oscillator. As you can see, it's nearing the yellow line and wanting to cross up, but we'll know and we'll know very soon, right? See here, we'll know it very soon. Oh, there we go. It broke up, and what do you know? Price is pumping. See, everybody is looking at the same as I'm looking. Do we close above or below the EMA 21 or the yellow line? And as you can see, we closed above it, and then price starts pumping upwards. See how the bots are programmed to be doing that, you know. It's just the bots and the algos that are just doing that. So if we are looking at it, we're basically being a manual bot. That's basically what we're doing. But yeah, now that is confirmed, let's go to our 12-hour and momentum indicators. So like I said, most likely we'll be going back towards our 9.8k. Our bottom zone would still be around the same. I would say this red line here, the EMA 200, which is sorry, the EMA 100, which is 9.350. So yeah, 9.350 and 9.8K is most likely our range on the bottom, and then on the top side, let's take a look if our expected moves charts is agreeing with us. Expected move charts, what are you saying? So the first standard deviation on the top side is 9,890. So yeah, our 9,800 area, and the bottom side is 9,370 on the first standard deviation on the bottom side. So yeah, that's the 9,350 area, like I said. So yeah, our expected move chart is telling us kind of what we are expecting, and we are angled a little bit, not that much, a little bit towards the upside. So we have a little bit higher probability that we are going up than that we are going down. Let's take a look on our Stokes. Stokes are still curling down on the 12 hours, but it's sloping. As you can see, it's sloping towards the upside. If this slope completes, then definitely we'll be we'll be definitely going back to our 10.5K areas and maybe even break it at that point. So maybe this is starting to look like what Pledit is saying. Looks more and more that that it is a washout. Yeah. Hey Bobby, the green box idea is super cool. 9 out of 10 trades. Yep, that's pretty good. 9 out of 10 is pretty good. And then let's take a look. Is our HVP saying something? No, it's still expanding now. Our HVP is still expanding, so nothing we can say on that. RSI is still below the EMA, but as you can see, it can cross over pretty easily. It will cross over at 9,770. So that's the 9.8K area box, right, that we are talking about. So let's take a look on the daily if we can see something there. Daily Stokes. Daily Stokes are curling down right now on the daily, but you know, let's see by tomorrow if those things change or not. Let's take a look. The RSI is still below the EMA, and it will cross up at 9,755. So once again, that 9.8K area. Let's take a look on the short term, and then basically formalize what everything is showing. And the 4-hour chart is always the one that we have to wait for. I don't know what's wrong with that chart, but I always have to wait so long. Maybe there's too many indicators on that 4-hour chart, and I have to remove some. Anyways, yeah, Stokes are curling up right now on the 4-hour. So yeah, pretty confident that we still get a little push to the upside. Let's take a look on the RSI. RSI is still below, but it will cross up above 9,683. 9,683. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. But yeah, so what can we see about all of these indicators? So what my perspective of that means is we will most likely get towards that 8.9, near the 9.8K, but there's a probability that we will get rejected from there, because the other indicators are showing some weakness. So there's a possibility that we are getting rejected from there. So short term, most likely towards this 9.8K, but not fully confident that we will be breaking that 9.8K immediately or anything like that. Let's take a look on what we can see on in the chart right now. So one of the what is it? I don't know who said something like that, that we are forming some sort of a triangle to the top side. Let's take a look. So something like this. Maybe that like that, but let's remove this magnet like this, and then this would be something like this. Yeah. So we have a widening. That was in one of the comments, a widening triangle here, something like that. So if that would be the case, we would get something like this, a speed, just like this. Oh, it doesn't really look like anything like that. Let's see, something like this, and then we make this, and then up higher, and then break down like this. Oh, it's still possible. Yes, a broadening wedge pattern like this. Yeah, possible. Wait, let me make this one longer. A broadening wedge. So where would we get our 11.5k ish area here, and then from here we break we break down like crazy. So yeah, that kind of makes sense. The question is, what do we do here on this area? So what we can do is here, then maybe make it kind of makes sense. Now by drawing this, it kind of makes me even more bullish, to be honest, than bearish, because that could possibly mean that this would be our bottom, or local bottom. Let's put it like that. Local bottom, maybe we have missed our long position, but yeah, like I said, wasn't too confident or 100% sure just yet, so I'll remove this for now. But it's definitely an interesting concept, this broadening wedge. Definitely something that we have to keep an eye on. But yeah, so let's take a look if we have some divergences, because that was what I was actually wanted to show you guys. So we do have some divergence here. We have the price went basically sideways here, and what happened on the RSI is we made a lower low here. And what does that mean? That's actually hidden bullish divergence in a weaker form, hidden bullish divergence. So actually that should basically tell us to be longing from this area as well. But since it's weak, I wasn't 100% confident also as well, because if price would have made a higher low, so if price would have ended like something like this here, I would have definitely entered my long. But because it made a really steep low here, and it kind of makes a horizontal instead of a higher low, it just made me shake my booth a little bit. But I'm a little chicken. I'm a scared panda. I'm a scared panda. So I wasn't fully confident just yet. But there is some hidden bullish divergence. So that gives us another reason to be more towards the bullish side than on the bearish side. Okay, but for now I'm still undecided. I'm still waiting for more confirmation, but I do believe that since we broke and confirmed above the EMA 21, most likely we'll be seeing nearer towards the 9.8k, and then who knows what will happen there. But it's too early to say. Some of the larger indicators are saying that most likely we might have a probable rejection there. So I do think that maybe in the next couple of days we kind of range into this box once again, something some boring stuff, create some pattern, and then most likely, well, I'm still bullish, so most likely towards the upper side, something like that. So yeah, I think it's a little bit of a waiting game now. I don't think the big money is there to be made and for now. I mean, I think the big money it was already made with this crazy pump and the crazy dump. I think that was the big money. And then what we're waiting for is, of course, the break of the 10.5550. If we spike above that previous high here, which is here, 10.550. If we just break above this this line here, I'll just click long because most likely we will be going towards 11.5k or our green box towards the top. The green box of destiny, right? The green box of destiny. That's basically what we're aiming for. And if not, if that is not the destiny, then we will be looking at the green box of hell, the green box of hell to the downside here. That's basically the two big money moves that there still is around there. I still aim for the higher one for now, but yep. Things can change, and you should be, as a trader, you should be prepared for that, and not like I said, always let the market show you the direction or what it wants to do, rather than you guessing or guesstimating. Or even if you're guessing, of course, choose the one that has the higher probability, and not only that, higher probability, and as well make sure that you have a backup plan. Always make sure that you have a backup plan. Always make sure that you have a backup plan. I just wanted to take a look at the CME chart to see if CME is telling us something different. No, stocks are still up on the daily. Do we see something on the HVP? HVP is still contracting, so nothing that special there. Yep, RSI is still above the EMA, so for CME that's pretty good. And we've spoken about this already. So as you can see on the weekly, look at this. This is just so beautiful. Broke out, then found support back on the falling wedge, and then breaking up. So yeah, this is looking very good. Very bullish for the CME chart, and I put so much importance on the CME chart more than on the spot price charts, to be honest. But yeah, so yeah, and I'm just waiting for this EMA price to be breaking out of the falling wedge, because then that would be a clear support for the price as well. So even if the RSI would be going down, it would still have support of that EMA as well. So yeah, it's looking good. There's nothing I can say. It's looking good. I kind of feel more and more that we'll be heading in a couple of weeks towards that 11.5k where we are destined to go. Maybe it will be a little bit faster. I don't. Let's take a look at the HVP, where if we can put like some timeline on it. If we can see something, maybe put it on the 12-hour. 12-hour. Where are you? Here. Still no. It's still expanding too much. Nope. Can't put a real timeline on it for now. No, it's still expanding too much. Nope. Can't tell you. No idea. Or at least it's not telling me anything. So big money moves is still the same. Above 10.550. Just click long. I mean, at least that's what I am going to do. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not a financial advice. So please take care and be responsible with your own money. It's not my money. But yeah, that's basically what the next big money move is if you want to play it safe. For now, I do think even though that this is a small pullback, and then maybe like something like this towards the 9.8k area. Have no idea what their next moves will be. I have a feeling that they will bore people out and just go sideways for a while between these two green boxes. You can try to, if it works out, you can try to scalp a little bit. If it goes back to the lower box, I would scalp to the long. I would scalp long instead of short positions. Like I said, macro still bullish as long as the daily is above the EMA 21. So if you would be scalping, I would tell you to best to be scalping longs instead of be scalping shorts, because pretty dangerous. I feel pretty dangerous, but areas where I kind of feel like I have to buy is when we are hitting towards this support line here of this bull zone. So even if we do something like this, I think this is a long spot for me as well. So put that in mind as well for ourselves, which is currently at the EMA 55 or the green line at the 8,776, which kind of is aligned as well with our Hearst cycle, as we can see here. Our bottom short circle at 8869. It will go a little bit lower to around 8.8 most likely because of the price, if the price goes lower, right? But yeah, that's basically what the master plan is, and I think that'll be it for today, because there's no reason to be making a lot of long analysis when we kind of are in a position where kind of like, you know, not uncertainty, but we are prepared. Like I said, above 10,550, if you want to play safe, click long there, enjoy that 1k ride up. That's what I'm expecting. If it does break down towards like 8.8k, I kind of feel that's a long position as well, but that's it. I think that's the plan. That's the master plan. And if we do break down below the green box of hell, this green box here, if we break down below that green box, then you know what is gonna happen. This is if this breaks down, first stop 7.98k area, second stop 7.5 to 7, even 7.2, then next stop 6.9 to 6.8k area. That's basically, we are prepared for hell and we are prepared for heaven. Right? So as you can see, we are ready. No matter what happens, we are ready to make some money, right? But I think that's it for now, for today. Short time still biased, so short time biased still towards the upside, so to around 9.8k, and we'll follow up by tomorrow what we are going to be doing then. But yeah, let's see if something crazy happens. I don't think something crazy is gonna happen, but you know, who knows, right? Who knows? So I hope everything was clear for today, and see you again tomorrow, same time, same place. YouTube and Facebook, 7:30 p.m. UTC +8. Please like, share, comment, ask questions, blah blah blah. You know what it is. And yeah, until tomorrow, please stay home,